Hi friends, welcome to Key to Pictures. Where to position your subject when you're outside to achieve beautiful lighting. I love taking pictures outside. First of all, it's pretty. You usually have a nice, beautiful background, and also you get a lot of light so that you're able to get a fast shutter speed. So whenever I'm, thinking about, okay, I want to take some really great pictures, I usually try to get my subject outside. So with that said, when I'm outside, I always look for what's called open shade. So open shade just means that you have a nice solid block of shade without any sun splotches, sun peeking through at any point. So let's take a look at this picture. This is my daughter, and the picture just looks kind of blah because you have sun and shade that's on her face. So you aren't able to get a proper exposure because you have both the darks and the light that you're trying to work with. So that's why you want that even, the even shade. An even shade can come from a tree if you have a really, thick tree that's not letting any sun in, or it can come from a building that's casting a nice shadow, or anything like that. So you just don't want those sun splotches. Once you find your open shade, you want to position your subject right along the edge of that shade. So you want them inside the shade, right along the edge. The reason that you want them right along the edge is it kind of gives you the best of both worlds. You have your subject in the shade, so you can get that nice even lighting. And then you also are you're also getting the most light in the shade. So when you're close to the edge, you're getting the most light and you're getting the even complexion. Once they're in the shade along the edge, then you want to face them toward your light source. So let's take a look at this picture. So you can see that we have an open shade, and this is actually, the shade is being cast by a building that's right there. And the sun is actually coming from the right. And this picture is a little bit confusing because I have my subject facing the wrong way, but you actually want to position your subject so they are facing toward the light. So right after I took this picture, I moved my subject, I turned her around so that her eyes were facing the light source, which is the sun. I have her right along that edge of the shade, and then I came right up and I metered right off of her face, which means that you want to have the correct exposure for her face and not anything that's coming from behind her. Sometimes you might have a big patch of sunlight, and when you meter for the whole entire frame, you're going to get that sunlight in, so it's going to make her face a little bit darker. But meter off the face whenever I'm taking pictures. So that's how you do it. That's how you get those nice bright eyes, the catch lights, and the nice even tone when you're outside. Just look for that open shade. Of course, I want to leave you with a quote. And I don't know who said it, but the quote says, "Comparison will steal your joy." And, what a great reminder. We cannot compare ourselves to everybody else. I think that is such a disease that can just really eat away at us. I've definitely had moments that I will be surfing, looking at other people's pictures or looking at other people's blogs, and I just get so down about myself, and I think, oh, they have more fun with their kids. They keep their house a lot cleaner than I do. Their hair always looks perfect. They always this or this. And by the time I'm done, I just feel so bad about myself. And that's not where you want to be in life. We are comparing our worst trait to someone's best trait, and that's not fair to us. So I want you to remember, don't compare. Don't compare. It's not worth it. You don't know what's going on in the behind the scenes of that other person. Like me, for example. I look great right here, but you can't see, but I actually have my pajama pants on underneath here. And I have a little bit of spit up from Lily on the bottom of my shirt. So you never know what's going on. Just stay true to who you are and know that you are enough. And I hope you make it a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.